Welcome, fellow fans of Clash of Clans. Yes, it is your host, Galadon. No, I'm not sad or depressed. My voice is super tired from a really long live stream last night, and those of you who are responsible know who you are. If you missed out, you really missed out. But let's get into it. Let's talk about the noob versus the pro in Clash of Clans. Some differences that you can take away from this episode that can help you attack more like a pro and less like a noob in farming, clan war, and CWL. Now, this, of course, is yours truly, Galadon, attacking. This is the Galadon 13.0 account. And first things first, right off the bat, we already have a couple of key differences between this attack and the ones you are going to see from my friend MAXI and company over at Tribe Gaming. And that is, well, the amount of time that you saw me study the base was the total amount of time invested in studying this base. So yeah, I kind of YOLO, I'll admit it. I do not spend a lot of time studying bases, and that is irresponsible. That you can't get away with that if you're in a serious war clan. I'll just tell you that right now. You cannot full Gala YOLO attacks, but luckily these guys kind of let me get away with it. We're not crazy when it comes to war. You know, it's fun to win, but we're not going to kick somebody because of a bad war attack. So yes. And with that being said, also, we are competing in Master League right now in CWL versus, obviously, Champion League for the Tribe guys. But there is an asterisk next to that Champion League, and I'll get to that in just a moment. Let's watch as you saw the basic fundamentals, right? And I'm not going to break down the noob attack as much as I want to break down the Tribe attacks, because those are where you see the 300, 600, and yes, 999 billion IQ moves from those guys. I mean, I'm just, they're on a whole nother level. And so for many of us, we cannot expect ever to achieve that type of greatness. We don't have that type of time in our lives maybe to study. Some of you guys might be attacking with multiple accounts. I know one player, Brian, who is out there attacking with 10 accounts in CWL or more. So yeah, there's just no way. Of course, he's better than I am too. But okay, that's not the point. The point is that we're going to look at some of the subtle differences and more than subtle differences that separate a, say, somewhat lucky 3-star against a nearly maxed out base like you're seeing right here, and then a 3-star that is so well executed that, yeah, I mean, we will see some differences. But the good news is that the fundamentals behind this attack right here are pretty solid, and if you can get them down, keep the queen alive, funnel with the siege barracks and the king, send everybody else down the middle after something valuable like the town hall or the eagle early, you pick up a win. So let's move on. Let's check out my man, MAXI. Okay, now first things first, look at this base. This is the new meta for World Championship level and very high level Legend League bases. You will see these square bases with open walls that are designed to sever the queen's relationship with her healers. And yeah, and also ground expos. Notice the ground expos. That makes it much harder to get a queen charge going. So what often happens, and what would happen to me here, would be my queen would go around the outside, but you saw MAXI right there with the balloons, one baby dragon, and one sneaky goblin performs a flawless funnel right there. Just absolutely beautiful. There is nowhere else for the queen to go, and that is difference number one between pro versus noob. Is these guys know how to funnel and they know where to funnel, and by that I mean they know where the queen is going to go. I YOLO it and I wait and see where she's going to go, and then I adjust my attack accordingly. That is terrible strategy compared to, you know, really studying and knowing exactly where you can manipulate your queen. So MAXI takes out the town hall despite that anti-queen charge portion of the base, and here comes the rest of the funnel. Now check it out. He doesn't even drop the siege barracks yet, which I thought was really unusual, but you notice that the Barbarian King completes the first 3 buildings of the funnel, and now the siege barracks comes down. Watch what ends up happening. What this does is it releases the hog riders from the siege barracks later in the attack. Also, if the king goes down, the P.E.K.K.A. and the wizards are going to continue the funnel, and they do. See it all the way there on the right-hand side against the wizard tower. Right down the middle, of course, go the hog riders, the miners, and the archer queen is still up. That is a key. Getting max value from your queen charges is always a huge one when it comes to being a pro. Yeah, many of us noobs manage to lose them to single target infernos or, God forbid, super minions in the clan castle. But, we can deal with that too. And I've definitely shown that in other episodes. If you want to see how to take out a super minion clan castle, it's there. Okay, so yes, fine. Okay, Eve Maxie rolls through and makes it look effortless. Just a few changes though. Notice that, we're not doing too badly. And that's why I think that this is one of the best attacks in the game right now, because it does not take an incredible amount of practice. It doesn't take an incredibly high rate of skill. If you can keep your queen alive and get a funnel going in the beginning, the rest seems to go pretty well. And of course, there is always the legendary STAP, spell, timing, and placement, that is going to help get you the win. So Eve Maxie, fine. He makes it look easy, but let's move on and check out another replay, this time from Eve Check. And this is again from Tribe Gaming clan team members. Now, the reason they are in Birgarten Eden, and I probably said that wrong, but it sounds cool anyway, is they are actually working on getting this clan to Champion 1. So that was the asterisk. I said they're in Champion League, but they're only in Champion 2. Now, of course, you'll notice that the maxed out, well-designed bases are still here, even in Champion 2. So definitely some good competition, but I have little doubt that this week they end up in Champion 1 with Birgarten Eden. Anyway, okay, so you can see the queen charge worked out pretty well. Again, you'll notice that Eve Check didn't go after the town hall right away, but look at the wall breaker. Come on, 900 IQ wall breaker through the rage spell, gets that wall. I never would have predicted that was going to happen. I didn't. See, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not going to send a wall breaker across a third of the base and expect it to live. Then here comes the super minions, and I thought this was interesting. Notice Eve Check actually kind of struggling against these super minions, and the poison spell, it deals with the headhunters. The freeze wears off, and the super minions move forward. The Archer Queen ends up using her ability, but survives, takes down the town hall and the super minions, and it looks like a scatter shot as well. So fine. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. No, she doesn't get the scatter shot down, and she dies. So, hey, so look, you can see that even the pros sometimes don't get their queens to last throughout the entire attack. And then this funnel looks wide to me, but well planned. You can see that they're going to go after the Barbarian King and the Eagle Artillery early right there on the right-hand side and right down the middle. This right here really comes down to spell timing and placement. Knowing where the giant bombs are, knowing where the high damage output splash defenses are, and there you go. Double heal spells, and it looked like those were really close together, but you can see that's exactly where they needed to be. Got max value out of just about every troop in the core. There is your Royal Champion ability, getting down to the single target Inferno, and obviously not a lot is going to stop Eve Check right here. So I thought this was cool, even though I was focusing on me versus Eve Maxie. We would check out Eve Check and see how he did a similar, this is of course Queen Charge Hybrid again. You've got a sneaky goblin over there. He's even got one wizard left over, and yes, fine. His queen doesn't survive at max health, but his Grand Warden does. So you can see there are some minor execution differences, and of course, mostly it just comes down to studying and knowing that funnel. But this is the biggest difference between noob versus pro, and that is knowing multiple attack strategies and being able to execute them against bases that are specifically vulnerable to a particular strategy. I realize that was a mouthful, but what I'm saying is, watch this freaking Royal Champion. Come on! Unbelievable. Beautiful funnel right there, using the lightning and the earthquake to weaken those structures, and then her ability to wipe them out. She's going to roll in and try to get to the Eagle Artillery. But really what I'm talking about here, as far as the key to noob versus pro, is you need to know more than one attack strategy, okay? When people come into my live streams and they say, Galadon, what is the best attack for X Town Hall? There isn't really an answer. You can't possibly tell me that there's any one strategy that is head and shoulders above all other strategies, no matter the base design. Okay, you have to look at single versus multi-target infernos. You've got to look at ground versus air expos and so many other things as far as defensive placement. So knowing more than one attack and being able to execute it well, that is super important, and you're never going to compete at a professional level unless you know multiple attacks and can execute them upon demand, which is exactly what Eve Maxie is doing right here. And I believe the name of this strategy is I'm going to destroy half the base with just my heroes. So I'm pretty sure that's the name of this attack. But no, seriously, it's crazy to watch, right? The king, the queen, and the royal champion with no healers. Literally, we're at 50% damage right here. And now in comes the lava loon portion against a half base. This is a Town Hall 6.5. Get it? Because it's half of 13. Anyway, Town Hall 6.5 getting wiped out by Eve Maxie. Again, it comes down to beautiful spell timing and placement and Warden ability. Everybody's feeling good right now. Protected as the balloons move forward. Notice way too many lava hounds. I mean, they're everywhere. Is that 3? Come on, Eve Maxie. Come on, man. He's just showing off at this point. There's about to be 700,000 fire pups, lava pups, whatever the flip they're called. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, so, yes, you could see that this was a great attack. Fine. Okay, yes. And he's a pro, and I'll never be a pro, but you could be if you learn how to do new and interesting attacks like that. If you want to, good luck. I'm not going to teach you how to do Lalo on my channel, but maybe you can watch Itsu or Eve Maxie or Eve Check live stream. Okay, thank you guys for watching all the way to the end of the episode. You know, you're the true Galad fan. I love thing about appreciate it. Every single day, so get out there, make the best rest of your day. I'll see you back here again. I forget. Just whatever. Take care of yourselves. Be good to one another. Be kind to people, animals, and the planet. I will see you back here again tomorrow for more.
Galadon, why are you in my space? I need to say this is Peter $17.
Right, because that was so important to say, Peter.